Hey everyone, you're watching You Inspire Me. The great value of forgiveness. Think about that word for a minute. What does that mean to you? Forgiveness is always awesome, which blossoms love and peace. It is a gift you can give to yourself. Just a few days back, we celebrated International Forgiveness Day. I was just going through the life journey of Martin Luther King Jr. and I was quite really impressed with one important quality he cherished all of his life. It is his constant attitude to exhibit forgiveness to win over any situation. It is a very rare quality anybody dare to preach as well as practice. This one of the quote on forgiveness just blew me away to discover the art of forgiveness. The quote goes like this. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies.
On a hot day in August 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a speech that would define the civil rights movement and his legacy. This, of course, was his I Have a Dream speech, delivered on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
To a few of you are not aware of Martin Luther King Jr., he was a civil rights activist and he was noted for his significant role he played in bringing an end to the racial segregation for African Americans in the United States. In pursuit of freedom and equality for African Americans, he was arrested and detained a couple of times. He maintained resolute and peace and continued non-violent struggle for African Americans, an idea which he picked from Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence. In the face of oppression, death and intimidation, Martin Luther King Jr. maintained a forgiving spirit and he was the youngest person to have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize Award at the youthful age of 35. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a national holiday in the United States and there are over 730 streets in the United States named after him. He is an excellent example for the good which can happen to a country or a nation when a leader chooses to exhibit love and forgiveness in the face of injustice. So as a human resource professional, I always question the motivations behind human behavior, and the one important question I always had was, what motivates us to forgive? Do we really have to do it? Forgiveness is too hard, it takes a long time. Why? Because forgiveness is not a natural human emotion. Simply, human beings are not born with the ability to forgive, we are only born with the ability to hate. Think about a time when you held on to something against you for an hour, for a day, for a week, for a month, or maybe for years altogether. Learning how to self-forgive and let that go will actually change your life and set you free. Forgiveness means accepting what has happened to you. I think there are a lot of people who want to forgive, but they don't know how to do it. The act of forgiveness creates true freedom in our lives. Forgiveness actually has the power to free us from the past negative feelings and bring us peace. True forgiveness is the cornerstone for a loving heart and peaceful mind. The forgiveness we are talking here is about taking complete responsibility of our feelings and making peace with ourselves. Letting go of the grudges and bitterness can actually make a way for improved health and peace of mind. Forgiveness can actually lead to healthier relationships, improved mental health, less anxiety, stress and hostility, fewer symptoms of depression, a strong immune system, improved heart health, and lastly, improved self-esteem. For those of you who are really serious about practicing forgiveness, I'll suggest you a wonderful book. It is called as Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. He explains an easy-to-do 5 steps to practice forgiveness. You can also visit radicalforgiveness.com to download online guided worksheets and do forgiveness exercises. Everyone makes mistakes, but learning how to learn from these errors, let go, move on, forgive yourself and others is very important for mental health and emotional well-being. Forgiveness actually epitomizes strength compassion, and openness to life. Though it is not always easy, forgiving is an easier choice when you actually look back. Is there something you are unable to forgive? Go ahead, set yourself free. Thanks for watching. This is Joseph Suresh. Stay happy, stay healthy.